Are you living your best life in your golden years? You may think you are, but what if I told you there are things you might be doing every day that are slowly sabotaging your health, your happiness, and even your relationships? As we age, we inherit certain unspoken rules about what we should and shouldn't do. Rules about how we move, how we interact with others, and even how we care for our minds and bodies. But the truth is, some of these rules might be doing more harm than good. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 habits that could be quietly holding you back from living a vibrant, fulfilling life. Whether it's skipping physical activity, isolating yourself from others, or even letting regret dictate your emotional health, these habits are all too common in older adults. But here's the good news. They are all completely changeable. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what needs to stop right now and why making these changes could be the key to not just living longer, but living better. You'll learn how avoiding simple habits can speed up the aging process, and how breaking free from them can help you feel stronger, more connected, and more in control of your future. If you want to truly thrive in your golden years and reclaim the energy, independence, and joy you deserve, then stick with us until the end. The steps are easier than you think, and the rewards are immeasurable. Let's dive in and transform these habits into your secret weapon for a better life. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Skipping physical activity. It's incredibly easy to justify skipping physical activity, especially when we're feeling exhausted, dealing with the aches and pains that come with age, or just feeling overwhelmed by everything else going on in our lives. Believe me, I understand the temptation to skip a workout or avoid that walk outside. After all, it's a quick fix to sit down, take a break, and tell ourselves we deserve to rest. But here's the harsh reality. Every time you skip that walk, that stretch, that moment of movement, you're not just giving your body a temporary break. You're unknowingly allowing it to weaken, your muscles to lose strength, and your balance to become compromised. As we age, these small choices become incredibly impactful, whether we realize it in the moment or not. Think about it. When we don't move, our muscles get weaker, and without proper strength, we're more prone to falls. Those falls that we think are just part of getting older can turn into life-changing events. A fall can lead to broken bones, extended recovery periods, and even a loss of confidence in our bodies. It's a domino effect that starts with neglecting the simple act of movement. I don't say this to scare you, but to remind you how important it is to stay active. Not for the sake of vanity or an unrealistic expectation of a perfect body, but for the sake of your independence, your health, and your overall well-being. It's not about running marathons or pushing yourself past your limits. We're not all athletes, and that's perfectly okay. What matters most is the consistency of movement. Even just a 10-minute walk every day can make all the difference. I've seen it in my own life, and in the lives of those I know. Those small steps, literally and figuratively, start to add up over time. With every step, you're strengthening not just your legs, but also your heart, your mind, and your spirit. When you walk, even if it's just for a few minutes, you're giving your body a chance to recharge. You're boosting your circulation, improving your heart health, and doing wonders for your emotional well-being. It's like giving yourself a little gift each day. A gift that brings with it the promise of a stronger, more vibrant version of yourself. In a way, it's an act of self-love. And who doesn't deserve that? In my experience, one of the most rewarding feelings as we age is maintaining that sense of independence. Being able to get up, move freely, and live without constantly worrying about our bodies failing us. Physical activity isn't just about avoiding the negative outcomes like falls or weakness. It's about making sure that we feel strong, capable, and in control of our lives. It's about not giving in to the idea that aging means slowing down and losing everything that made us feel whole and independent. So, I urge you to take that 10-minute walk. Embrace it, not as a chore, but as a commitment to yourself, your health, your strength, your future. It's a simple choice that can change everything. And over time, those 10 minutes will stretch into more, and you'll notice the difference in ways you never imagined. More energy, better mood, and most importantly, the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're doing everything you can to preserve your independence and your well-being. Your body is your most loyal companion, and taking care of it is a gift that keeps on giving. 2. Avoiding social interactions. As we grow older, it's all too easy to find ourselves withdrawing from the world around us. It often happens slowly, almost imperceptibly. It begins with little things. Perhaps we don't feel as energetic as we once did, or we worry about how we look or whether we still have anything meaningful to contribute to the conversation. For some, the fear of judgment can be overwhelming, and before we know it, we begin to feel like we're too old or too frail to socialize. I've seen it happen to so many wonderful people. People who, for years, were the life of the party or the rock of their community. Over time, they begin to slip away into isolation, believing they've outlived their usefulness in social settings. But the truth is, this withdrawal is often far more damaging than we realize. It's not just that social interactions feel good or that they're fun. The benefits run much deeper. Socializing is vital for both our mental and physical health, and when we shut ourselves off from others, we start to experience more than just loneliness. We begin to suffer in ways that can be life-altering. Loneliness, especially when prolonged, has been linked to an array of serious health conditions, from depression to heart disease, even to dementia. I cannot stress enough how powerful the effect of isolation can be. It's more than just a feeling of sadness or boredom. Over time, loneliness can become a chronic condition that wears down your mind and body in ways you might not even notice until it's too late. It's painful to watch someone I love, become a shadow of who they once were because they've closed themselves off from the world. I know how tempting it can be to shut the door, curl up with a blanket, and pretend that everything is fine. But that kind of isolation doesn't just keep you from others, it also keeps you from yourself. You lose touch with your vitality, your spark. And let's face it, nobody wants to become invisible. We all want to feel valued, to be seen and heard, no matter our age. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. When you're alone too much, it's easy to fall into a spiral of negative thoughts. Without someone to share our experiences with, we become prisoners of our minds, left to dwell on our fears, regrets, and insecurities. It's so easy to believe that nobody cares, that we're no longer needed, or that it's too late to start connecting again. But these thoughts are dangerous. They build walls around us, keeping us locked away from the very thing we need most, a human connection. Now, I want to be clear. Reaching out doesn't mean you have to attend grand events or suddenly become a social butterfly. It doesn't mean you need to fill your calendar with obligations that you don't enjoy or that drain you. What it does mean is taking small steps, baby steps, even toward reestablishing the connections that can nurture your soul. The simplest things can have a profound effect. A friendly chat with a neighbor, a quick text to check in on an old friend, or perhaps even volunteering in a local group. You don't have to go far out of your way. Just one small, meaningful interaction can bring so much light into your life. What I've learned, through personal experience and from watching others, is that it's never too late to form new relationships. I've seen people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond discover new friendships and even rekindle old bonds that they thought were long gone. Those small moments, an impromptu phone call, a walk with a friend, or sharing a meal with family, are what make life rich and meaningful. And in those moments, something magical happens. You begin to reconnect with the joy of being alive. You realize you are still needed. You still have something to give. You are still a part of this world, with people who care, with people who need you just as much as you need them. I truly believe that meaningful social interactions are essential for our well-being, not just to ward off loneliness, but to keep our minds sharp, our hearts full, and our bodies healthier. Having someone to laugh with, someone who listens, someone who understands, you can't underestimate the power of those connections. So, if you've been isolating yourself, I encourage you to reach out. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Whether it's a coffee date with a neighbor, a call to a family member, or attending a local club meeting, these little actions can bring a huge sense of relief and fulfillment. Social connection isn't just about filling the silence. It's about nourishing your soul, keeping your heart open, and reminding yourself that you still matter. We all need someone. We need love, laughter, shared memories, and companionship. We need to feel that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. And when we take the time to engage with others, to reach out and share in the simple pleasures of life, we open up a world of healing and possibility. So please, don't let isolation take hold. Embrace the beauty of connection, and remember that the most important part of life is the love we give and receive. It's never too late to start living fully again, and every step you take toward connection is a step toward a healthier, happier life. 3. Ignoring sleep hygiene. As we grow older, sleep often becomes more difficult to come by, slipping away from our grasp like sand through our fingers. It's not uncommon for many of us to struggle with restless nights and long hours spent tossing and turning in bed. But let's be clear, poor sleep is not just an inevitable part of aging. It's not something we should simply accept as a natural consequence of getting older. The truth is, bad sleep habits can lead to a cascade of detrimental effects on both our body and mind. Without enough restful sleep, we risk cognitive decline, a weakened immune system, and an increased vulnerability to chronic conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and even depression. It's heartbreaking to think that something as simple as sleep, which once came so naturally, can become a battle as we age. In my opinion, we need to take sleep hygiene more seriously, especially as we get older. Establishing a solid sleep routine is not just a good idea. It's crucial to maintaining our overall well-being. Taking the time to set a consistent bedtime, much like a child does, gives our bodies the structure they crave. I truly believe that creating a peaceful pre-sleep ritual is a game changer, whether it's enjoying a warm cup of herbal tea, reading a book, or practicing some light stretching. These quiet, calming activities help signal to your mind that it's time to unwind and let go of the stress of the day. We must be diligent about eliminating distractions. 2. No caffeine or heavy meals right before bed, and no screen time. I can't stress this enough. Those bright, stimulating lights from our phones or computers can trick our brain into staying alert when all we need is rest. Quality sleep is not just a luxury. It is a vital component of our health that we cannot afford to neglect. It's essential for cognitive function, for maintaining emotional balance, for healing our bodies, and for living a full and vibrant life. If there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's that we must prioritize our sleep. It's one of the easiest and most effective ways to boost our health, yet it's often the first thing we neglect when life gets busy. But let's change that. Let's start honoring the power of rest and make it a non-negotiable part of our daily routine. After all, without rest, we can't truly thrive. 4. Neglecting your brain. Neglecting your brain is one of the most devastating things you can do for your long-term health, yet it's something many of us overlook. The truth is, our brains are just like any other muscle in our bodies. They need exercise to stay strong and sharp. Unfortunately, it's so easy to slip into a routine where we mindlessly watch TV for hours on end or engage in passive activities that don't require much thought. Over time, these habits may seem harmless, but they can lead to cognitive decline, diminishing our mental clarity and sharpness. It's heartbreaking to think of all the precious moments we could lose, and the mental capabilities we could be letting fade away simply because we weren't paying attention to our minds. But here's the good news. There's so much we can do to protect our brains, to nourish them, and to keep them vibrant as we age. If there's one thing I've come to believe, It's that the key to maintaining mental resilience is to actively engage with the world around you. Learning a new skill, whether it's playing an instrument, mastering a craft, or even delving into a subject that fascinates you, is an incredible way to keep your mind active and alive. And don't stop there. Take up a new hobby that challenges you. Try puzzles, games, or perhaps embark on the adventure of learning a new language. It's not just about filling the time, it's about nourishing your mind with things that challenge, excite, and stimulate. The power of a well-exercised brain cannot be overstated. It's more than just about keeping your memory sharp. It's about maintaining the mental clarity that can help you navigate the ups and downs of life with confidence. We all deserve to enjoy the mental resilience that comes with an engaged and active brain, no matter our age. So, why wait? Let's take control now, because the future starts with the choices we make today. Keep your brain active, and it will reward you with the mental strength and clarity you need to thrive as the years go by. 5. Dwelling on regret. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. We all know that reflecting on our past is a part of life, and sometimes it's necessary to learn from the experiences we've had. However, if you find yourself perpetually tangled in the web of regret, constantly thinking about past mistakes, lost opportunities, or the things you wish you'd done differently, it's time to stop. I know it's easier said than done, but lingering in that space only robs you of your peace. Every time you replay those moments over and over in your mind, you're allowing them to take control of your thoughts, your heart, and your energy. Regret is a heavy burden. It creeps into your thoughts when you're least expecting it, casting a shadow over your every moment. It's a cruel cycle. The more you dwell on what went wrong, the more stressed, frustrated, and even physically drained you feel. It seeps into your body like poison, weighing down your spirit and even affecting your health in ways you may not even realize. I've learned the hard way that holding on to regret doesn't bring healing. It only makes the wound deeper. Forgiveness, both for others and yourself, is the only way to break free. You see, forgiving isn't about letting someone off the hook for hurting you. It's about setting yourself free from the chains that hold you in the past. It's about giving yourself the grace to move on, understanding that we're all imperfect, and we all make mistakes. It's so much easier to be kind to others than it is to show the same compassion to ourselves, isn't it? But in reality, forgiveness is a gift we give to ourselves. Without it, we are stuck, endlessly reliving our regrets, making it impossible to enjoy the beautiful life we still have in front of us. What we can control is the present, the now. Focusing on the things we can do today to improve our lives, no matter how small, is what truly matters. I can tell you from personal experience that once you decide to let go of the past, even if it's just a little at a time, you begin to feel lighter. The weight lifts off your heart, and a sense of freedom comes rushing in. The energy that once went into reliving mistakes now becomes fuel for your growth. You start to embrace the possibility of what could be, and suddenly, the future doesn't seem so uncertain anymore. Life is far too precious to be consumed by regret. Let it go. Make peace with yourself, your mistakes, and your journey. Only then can you step into the present with open arms and truly begin to experience the beauty that's waiting for you. As we wrap up today's discussion, I want you to take a moment and reflect on what we've talked about. What have you learned so far? Are there any insights or realizations that truly resonated with you? We all have our regrets, our mistakes, and our pasts, but it's how we move forward from them that defines us. I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and share one thing you've learned today and plan to bring into your life moving forward. Let's inspire each other with the wisdom we've gathered and hold ourselves accountable for the positive changes we want to make. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to bring you more content that helps you live a healthier, happier life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.